Yo, what is up everyone? Welcome back to a brand new video here on the channel. So hope you guys are all having a great day. Thank you for your patience. I know it's been a little while since I posted a video. The summer craziness is about to end. Fortunately, I know, alright. Be expecting more consistent content. I've been gone for the past 4 weeks to Cleveland, to the Cleveland Clinic for some medical stuff, to camps, to a vacation actually. So a lot of random stuff, and it kind of has prohibited me from making content, so I do apologize. But let's go and get this channel going again. Also, I want to mention really quickly, if you want to follow me on Instagram or Twitter, my Instagram is actually probably the best place to contact me at the moment. So if you have any questions or you just want to chat, which is like something that I enjoy doing, just message me there. We can chill, talk, I don't know. It's just something that I enjoy doing, so yeah. XZoneSimisX, which is the name of the channel itself, is also the username for Twitter and Instagram. So yeah, anyway, alright, so let's talk about what we are supposed to be talking about in this video. Team Gauntlet event, which is this event. Heads up though, double sigils in this event. So, really need to prioritize doing this event. If you're free to play, this is probably one of the best events to spend your inner fires and energy packs on. Because those double sigils is ridiculous. Like, that's 2 events worth of sigils right there. So I'm really excited that they're doing that. I think it's a good idea. So we're going to talk about kind of the team strategies as well as individual. And this is coming from an officer or leader perspective. Like, if I was giving my team instructions on how to do the event, this is most likely what I would tell them. Either in an in-game mail or, you know, through messaging and stuff like that, line, anything like that. Okay. So, the way that this event works, for those who are brand new to the game, is that you see, like, these little islands. Like, you can start right here in the top left-hand corner, and it ends with that massive island in the middle. The islands keep getting bigger and bigger. In turn, the amount of points that you get from each island also increases. And whenever you take an island, you get a ton of victory points. Victory points are for team prizes. Victory points will increase. The amount of victory points you get whenever you take an island will increase the faster you take it. So, what you really want to do is you want to try and kill these islands as quick as possible. But, and here's the thing, in order to get to this final island, you have to kill off all of these other islands. So it's like in a line. It's just slowly you take each and every island until you get to the final one. You also, that is PvE, which is like player versus computer. I don't know what the E stands for actually, but anyway, it's not actual people. I believe it's 3 hours. Every 3 hours comes up a PvP island, and that will go in, like in the top left-hand corner, you see like that dark water area. It will pop up there, and that is where you can attack other teams. Every single 3 hours, it will be a different team, and you have to try and kill off the other team before they kill off yours. It's based on HP. So, that also rewards victory points, and you can actually steal victory points from the other team that you're attacking. So that is one of the better ways to getting a lot more victory points really quickly. Now, that is for the team. That is the team achievements. Sorry, not team achievements. That's the team way of getting points. Your individual points changes. So, for example, if I was to attack this middle island, I believe it's like 125 points is like the base amount. 125 points, I think it's like 180 something. Anyway, beside the point. 180 points for the middle island. For the first island, which is on the top left-hand corner, it only gives like 25. So every single time you move up an island, the amount of points that you get for your individual prizes, which you can get right here, also goes up. So, here's where a little bit of the strategy comes in. I'm going to go over individual, and then I'm going to talk about the team stuff, which is actually very important. If you're a leader or an officer, or you're just a member that is pretty active in your team, I would suggest doing what I'm going to say at the end, and I'll explain why. But here's the thing with the individual, okay? Think about it like this. If you are a free-to-play player, inner fires are quite difficult to get. They are. So, would you rather spend your inner fires on points that only give you 25 points, which will give you a total of 50, or do you want to use one inner fire on an attack which grants 180 points, which will net you 360? Wait, 180, yeah, 180, yeah, wait, yeah, 360, yeah, that's why I don't do math on videos. You're going to want to use it later. So, as a free-to-play player, I would not suggest using inner fires until you get to the highest island that you can potentially attack. Or, in PvP islands, because the PvP islands give you a ton of points. I believe like the max level for this event is like 180 whenever you're attacking one of the islands right here, the just computer generated ones. So those 180 levels, that level 180 is not going to give you a lot of points. Even the max one right here, even the highest tier island is not going to give you a lot of points. But the PvP one is very, very good. That is where you want to start using your inner fires. That's where, if you're going to spend your super attack, spend your mega attack, spend your, all those normal attacks, spend your wildfire attacks, that is where you want to prioritize using those. You're going to get the biggest bang for your buck whenever you attack the PvP islands, which pops up every 3 hours. That's where you're going to get the most points. So don't waste your inner fires on the low tier islands. It's just not worth it. Now, again, this is kind of just basic stuff. Every single day, energy resets. So every 24 hours, you can buy 100 energy for 10. Now, this is something that I haven't been doing. And I didn't realize this until someone mentioned it. So the most effective way to spend your energy packs is not just buying 100. Actually, it's buying one of these, 116, and then buying another one of these. This is technically speaking the most effective way to doing it. At least that's what I was told. I haven't done the math on that, but the source was pretty, like, he's a pretty good guy, so I'm pretty sure he knows what he's talking about. He's like in one of the top teams, so I'm like, okay, maybe. So yeah, either buy that 100 for 10 or buy 116 and then the 10 for 11. So that's 12. 12 energy packs. I think that's a pretty good deal. And that will get you 116 potentially energy per day. Even if you're not going to attack a day, I would still use it just because you don't want to be spending, for example, 22 energy packs for another 100. Instead of wasting, 12 energy packs, you could have just bought 100 energy the day before when it was just 10. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what I'm going to suggest doing, is just make sure to get 100 energy every single day, or 116 depending on which way you do it. That's going to be the biggest bang for your buck. That's the best way to do it. And especially if you're free to play, that's going to be the main thing to saving your consumables as much as possible. Getting the biggest amount of points for the least amount of consumables used. Make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. Now, just kind of a tip, if you were lucky enough to be around when Canaris was out or when Equester was out, the most annoying thing about this event is the fact that all these bases are long bases and they're super low level. If you're a level 300 like me, okay, or even like a level 200, these bases are literally nothing. It's boring. So instead of using a hunter, and you have to tap all this, what I'll normally do is I'll use Canaris. Canaris is called autopilot on my account for a reason. Literally, all you have to do is just hit go, and Canaris' little dodo will kill off all the buildings, and you don't even have to look at it. Most of the time, I'll be doing, like, homework or something. Actually, well, now since I've, yeah. Anyway, I used to do homework while I was doing it. You can watch a movie, whatever you want to do, and then you can look back, about a minute later, and the attack is over. So yeah, it's pretty nice. Canaris or Equester, either one of those will work. I believe Canaris' dodo actually does more damage. But yeah, same idea. Also, any dragon which has a summon. Just not Summon Warrior, because Summon Warrior does not do as much damage as the other ones, as well as it doesn't have as much health. So, yeah, that's that. Let's see, what else individual point-wise? I think that's about it. Again, oh yeah, actually I should mention this. So, let's say you have a bunch of energy packs, but you don't have a lot of inner fires. The most efficient use of your inner fires is only one inner fire per attack, and just doing a bunch of attacks. So one inner fire per attack, and you just keep going like that. Just use a dragon, put an inner fire on it, let it kill the base, get 100%. Do not use more than one. If you have a bunch of energy packs like I do, I think I have like what? Oh, I only have 1,000. I used to have 3,000, but I went ham on the past couple. So if you have like a billion energy packs, but only 400 inner fires, or even less, yeah, someone's gonna be like, yeah, kill yourself. To me, of course. If you have a bunch of energy packs, only using one inner fire per attack is the most efficient. You're gonna get the most points for the amount of inner fires you used. It will take more time. It will use more energy, but in the long run, it will be worth it. Now, on the flip side, if you don't have a lot of energy packs, but you do have a lot of inner fires, which I know several people who do, using 3 inner fires per attack is going to be the best idea for you. You're going to get the most points for the amount of energy packs that you have. And that's kind of how it goes. Now, if you're using a... This is kind of where it's kind of hard to say. A lot of people ask me, should I use mega attacks? Should I use super attacks? Should I use normal attacks? The biggest bang for your buck, again, I'm talking pure efficiency here. If you're free to play, which a lot of you guys who are watching this will be, using normal attacks is the most efficient for your energy use. I believe now, they changed it recently, so I'm not exactly sure if this is correct. Correct me if I'm wrong. So, basically, if you use 4 normal attacks, it will give you the same amount as 1 super attack. But a super attack costs the same amount of energy, 20 energy, per every super attack, and that basically is 5 times. So it only gets, so the super attack uses basically to get the same, okay, it's kind of hard to explain. In order to get the same amount of points as the super attack, it takes 5 attacks. Sorry, it takes 4 attacks. Because it costs, so you get 4 energy for the amount of points. Now, super, oh my goodness, I'm not going to cut this out because I don't have to edit this video. Let me restart. Okay, basically, a super attack gives you only 4 times the amount of points. Yeah, only gives you 4 times the amount of points as a normal attack. But it costs 5 times the amount of energy that a normal attack does. That's how I should have said it. Because it costs 20 energy and 20 divided by 4, which is per attack, is 5. So it takes 5 attacks in order to get that 20. That makes sense. So basically, all that to say, using normal energy attacks is much more efficient than using super attacks, and especially mega attacks. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that just took like 20 minutes. It should have only taken 1. Okay. Alright, team stuff. The biggest mistake I see in teams is they see the PvP islands giving a lot of points. But remember, there is a difference between individual points and VP points. Victory points are for team stuff. You do not get victory points per attack. That's not how it works. You get normal points, the points that goes into your personal achievements, and normal attacks. Victory points are the most essential part of getting really good ranking as a team. So if you're prioritizing your team above your players, which you should do, I mean, well, prioritize your team, doing well as a team instead of doing well individually, as you should. What you shouldn't be doing is as soon as you see a PvP island at the very beginning, it's going for that. The reason why is because it's actually, you'll see the top teams are the ones that finish the entire island chain first. Because in order to complete the entire chain island, while you're doing it, you're going to get a ton of victory points. Much, much more than you do from the PvP islands, which last for 3 hours. So if you prioritize those PvP islands, sure, you might be getting a lot of points personally, but your team will be suffering. So what you want to focus on is trying to finish off all these island chains. Get to the final one, and then start working on the PvP. You're going to see that your team is going to go up a lot faster, because you get victory points every single time you kill these islands. And again, you get more victory points the faster you kill them. So if you kill them really quickly at the very beginning, you're going to get a lot more victory points. But if you wait until you kill a PvP, you're barely going to get any. And also, if you attack the PvP at the very beginning, you're not going to be able to steal any victory points from the other team. Because at the very beginning, there's no victory points that anyone has. So what's the point of hitting it if you can't steal any victory points from the other team because they don't have any? You see what I'm saying? It's not worth it. Make sure you max out the island chain first, and then you can start working on the PvP. And then also, whenever the PvP island is down, your teammates can be working on that middle island, and you get the most points from that, right? So again, it's all about efficiency. That's the entire purpose of this video, is to try and explain the most efficient ways to be using your different consumables, as well as doing well as a team. The other simple stuff, like this stuff, most people should already know. If you can't beat a base, have someone back you. If you want to help out your teammates, if you have a lot of inner fires, back your teammates with inner fires. They get points, which helps you, well, it gives them points. You might not get any points from it, but it will give them more points, which will help your team take out more HP quicker on the monuments, which gives your team more victory points, which